repeat after me. Present and future.
Present and future.
Visible and invisible.
Visible and visible.
For what you want to know.
For what you want to know.
For what's hidden.
For what's hidden.
And hidden behind black.
And hidden behind black.
And the God and the saints.
And the God and the saints.
Will reveal the answers.
Will reveal the answers.
To your questions.
To your questions.
Here we go. Okay, let me have that. Thank you. Yeah, I opened it already. I had to. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start off with the first two in the middle. So it says a mom and home. So you are you with anyone? Or are you? Because I just show mom and home.
What do you mean? Like, I mean, my kids are here, but they're in their room.
I mean, married.
Oh yes, married. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it talks about home, and then it talks in the crossing. That's something that's going to happen quickly at home. So I don't know. We'll see what that is. Okay.
Okay.
And then it says, then something that comes to cut off your head. So we'll see what that is. I don't like that card. Then it says, in the past, it talks about things, there's been no change. Okay. And then presently it says, there's one weakness. These are all just the base cards, okay?
Okay.
And then it says, in the future, it says, not happy. Wow, what's going on here? And then it says, 3 girls coming up the road. Yeah, so we're going to look at all that. Now, remember, when I tell you this stuff, if you do what I tell you, because I'll usually tell people you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. If you do that, and a lot of that has nothing to do with money. So there's just things you might have to change or do. If you do that, everything will change.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, I know it might sound crazy, but I have tons of followers, and they're like, you're right. And as soon as they change it, everything changes. Okay?
Okay.
It says, no relationship with the past with some friend or someone. I don't know. This could be your daughters. We'll see what that is. And then it says, what road you go down here in the future. So it's talking about you choosing which road. And then it says something about your money. Be careful with your money. It says, interesting. It says, not discontent, but want more. So money-wise, it says money's okay. A little bit of struggle here and there, but it does say, but you could always use more, it's saying.
Okay.
And then it says, rest assured of that. So now we're going to go back to the middle. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
So it's here you are, and it talks about you and your home. It says, patience. So are you having problems with patience?
Yes.
That's the first thing that pops up. I mean, are you really having a problem with patience? Because that's in the center of your cards. I was like, damn, we're right out the get-go. No chingues. Ya me dio miedo. I don't know if I should be like really tiptoe around this now or what. It's all good. Okay. So then it says, and then your kids. So you don't have patience with your kids?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then it talks about God. So what's your relationship with God?
I'm kind of, I guess, like in between. I mean, we grew up Catholic, but I started going to this Christian church.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I saw them, I guess, they went to a funeral, I guess, and they were speaking, and, you know, it just,
right.
I guess what they say called to you, and it, you know, I needed to find out where they were from, and, you know, I just like the way he spoke, and,
right.
you know, understand it, and I'm trying to get closer to God because, you know, my parents had passed away, and I was very upset, and, you know, distance myself and blame God and question him and whatnot.
Well, he's okay with you right now, but what he really wants, and what's really weird, see, I was Catholic for 8 years. I was in Catholic school and the whole 9 yards, my parents, everything. And then I felt disillusioned with Catholicism, just with a lot of things that priests were doing and everything else. And it just seemed like, how could that be? So I believe in God, but I only believe in that God's in each and every one of us. I don't believe in man-made religion only because it's man-made. And so I'll follow the commandments and I'm into God, but he wants you to have a personal relationship with him as well. Times when you don't just pray, you just talk to him. Like if you're feeling impatient or you feel, just talk to him at that moment and just say to him stuff like, you know what, let me be calm. Let me not overreact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he just wants you to talk to him and he'll help you with all that. There's some things here that have been kind of stressing you out. And then it also says you're going through depression. So you're going in and out of depression?
Yes.
Okay. I show you crying. I show different things, but I understand you had a loss. How long ago was that?
For my dad, it's been 11 years, and my mom's been 6 this past December.
Wow. And so it's still really carrying on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can feel you. It's funny because my grandmother, when she passed, she was like my mom. I don't think I've ever gotten over it, and I don't know if it's because I didn't want to let her go, or because I didn't believe at the time that there was something better for her out there. But I know there is now. So, and I understand it's hard to let go. It says you never wanted to lose them, and it's scary because my wife is the same way. I'm terrified if anything ever happened to my in-laws because my wife is never going to be okay again. I just know it. So the best I can do is to be their supporter. Hopefully your husband's being supportive and he understands what you're going through. No?
Yeah, a little. I mean, he lost his mom too. It's been about 4 years.
Right. But a man's strength is different than a woman's because a man will hide his feelings until he gets older. A woman, she needs understanding and she needs someone who's going to listen to her and let her vent and just reminisce with her. Even if it's just for a moment, it's enough to get by again. So, I mean, I wish, maybe you could talk to one of your daughters about that, or maybe you can talk to, maybe explain to him, hey, I just need you to hear me every once in a while. I don't know. But that would help you a lot because you need to get it out. Okay? And it says, and I get that you never wanted to lose him, and it says a fear of loss, but you can't be afraid of letting him go because you're going to see him again. That I guarantee you. I'll put money on it. I'll put everything I have on it. You're going to see them again. And when you do, you're going to realize that part of letting them go was them moving on to something completely better. And I mean that, really mean that. And what I do, I have a lot of spirits that are around me and a lot of different things. And when they're there with me, it's kind of cool. And then when they're leaving and they're starting to ascend, it kind of really, I feel jealous.
Yeah.
Because they start saying this incredible shit. And I'm just like, tell me more. And they can't. They will be like, you'll see when you get here. And it's like, wow. So I know there's beautiful things coming for you, so I wouldn't worry. But I don't want all these other little cards that are bothering me to keep popping up. It says, what's coming quickly. It says, so true love end. So how is your relationship with your husband? Are you guys okay?
I mean, we're okay. I mean, things could be better, but I don't know. I mean,
it says that you feel like something's incomplete, like something's missing.
Yeah.
And have you done anything? Have you done anything to try to fix that? That could be one of the reasons that you're impatient and that you might be stressed because you haven't resolved that within you yet. Besides your parents, I mean, is there something missing in your relationship? Something that you can fix?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can fix it. It's just I have a hard time, I guess, expressing how I feel. I mean, that's always been me.
She's a Capricorn now. You're a Capricorn.
No.
No, what are you?
Aquarius.
Oh, you're like me. You're an Aquarius, and you have trouble expressing how you feel.
Yeah, until I get mad and then just let everything out.
That's funny. I'm kind of the same way, but when I feel something now, I let it out. I think my crew knows that. But I love them, so I mean, I take care of them with everything I have. But maybe maybe the way you need to express it is, how can I put this? Just a little bit at a time, like kind of. I know it's hard with Paul. I don't know your husband, so I'd have to look at his cards. But what I do know is that you need resolution. There's there's things you need resolved to, and I have a feeling one of them is going to be your daughters when I get there. So we'll see when I get there.
Okay.
But it does say, and there's your husband. So here's your husband, right side up. which is a good thing. So there's nothing going to happen to him. But it does say that you feel disillusioned.
Meaning?
Disillusioned meaning like what you thought the way things were going to be aren't exactly the way you would want them to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's popping up. And it says you can't let that be the thing that cuts off your head. There's tons of things you can do to get help, or even, to work, if you want to work with me. And, God knows that maybe your husband, we may be able to change him because I'm really good at that. But it says you can't let this cut off your head. It says there's no triumph in that. It says as a mom, you feel upside down at times, like you're not a good mom. Is that how you feel?
Yes.
Why?
I mean, I don't know. I guess that's how the kids are. I mean, I've tried to raise them, I don't know, I guess the best I can with how I grew up, but better. And I just feel that it's the things, I guess, the choices they make that make me feel like I didn't do my job right.
Yeah, but you can't put that all on you, because you know what? Now that I'm older, I look at it, my mom, she raised me by herself, but at the same time, everything that I did, my mom tried to do the best to keep me from doing it. But I did it because I wanted to experience it, and at the same time, I didn't care because I was young. But when I look back, my mom did everything she could. And honestly, I can't blame her for any of my decisions because they were mine. So I told my mom, don't feel guilty. My mom used to tell me the same thing. She said, don't feel guilty. Like, you did everything for me. I was just a knucklehead. And really and truly, your kids are, they're making mistakes and doing shit or whatever they're going through, but it's not your fault. Because if you try to instill the best in them, then you should be proud of yourself. Because they're going to come back to you one day, like I did. I never thought I'd go back to my mom and apologize for all the shit I ever did to her. But I did. So I know they will. And everybody they know ends up going back and telling their parents, like, hey, you know what? If I wasn't always the best kid, like, I apologize. But they're going to make stupid mistakes. You know what I mean? So you can't take that upon yourself, because if you do that, you're not ever going to get to see the end part of it, because you're going to fall into a deep depression, and that's not what I want. I see you kind of spiraling here, and I don't like it. It says, so have you ever done this before?
No.
So what made you want to do it this time? I'm just curious.
My sister had did it, and, she told me about you and how accurate you were with her, and I said, what the heck? Let me see.
It's weird because a lot of people will call and they go, that this is kind of bullshit. But then I have everyone that's always with me, either in tears or they're trying to find a way out, and I'm ready to help them. And that's all I ever really wanted. I have a great job. Don't get me wrong. I have a really good job. And I make great money. But it doesn't fill me the way this does. So kind of interesting. So it says you're gonna lean more to the spiritual side here after this, I think. It's kind of weird. And then it says, but you don't feel loved. So we got a lot of emotions going on here.
Yeah.
Is it that you don't feel loved, or is it that you don't feel appreciated?
I don't feel loved.
Well, we need to fix that, because you can't live like that. And it's not going to ever let you heal if that's part of what's missing. And I asked you earlier, like, there's something unresolved, there's something missing here. And that's a big thing right there. There's no way I could live without love, and I don't want you to live without it either. It says, you just feel like there's a lot of things. So do you feel like there's a lot of things from your past haunting you here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to resolve this. You need to do a limpia. You need to do a cleaning. But seriously, and my baths are incredible. But a lot of times we take on a lot of the burden, and it just keeps growing on us. That energy keeps growing, because I'm not showing brujeria or anything yet. So I don't see that. I don't even think that might be an issue. I just think you've created this self-doubt in yourself that we need to build back. Your self-esteem, I need to build back up. You need to realize the woman that you are. My cards don't say that you're a bad woman. My cards say that your thoughts make you feel like you're a bad woman. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've kind of stopped fighting for you, even though you think you're fighting for you. you're falling apart inside. So we need to fix that. It says you need to let go of the past, and I actually work with people to do that. It takes 12 weeks, but all the exercises I give you to do and all the things I tell you will help you release everything. It'll even make you see the death of your parents in a whole different light. Even though there's regrets that you have that you could have wished you said or done, it won't matter anymore. I had to go through all that as well. It says your weakness. So presently you feel like you're weak. You're at your weakest point right now. So is this what the weakest you think you've ever been besides when your parents passed?
Yeah, because I don't know, I guess what to do. Like, I don't know.
I get you. I get it. It says a woman who wants to offer love but is so angry inside. So we just have all these emotions. So there's anger inside of you too. Mm-hmm. And it's saying, and you need spirituality, you need peace. So we need to bring you peace. And then it talks about you returning to love. These are the most important things in your cards. Like, we were asking about some other shit and everything else is coming up. I'm sorry. I don't want to do that to you, but this is important shit here. This is more important to me than your surgery. Unfortunately, I know that's important to you, but what good is it you have the surgery if you're never going to be happy?
Yeah.
And it says you just don't want to be angry anymore. And then it talks about moving over. Then it says in the future, this is what I'm saying, not happy. It shows not content. There's no brujos doing anything. You're upside down with love. Like, it's completely upside down. That says those problems need to go away. It talks about. It says there doesn't need to be destruction. And then it says you don't want to battle no more. You don't want to fight no more. You don't want to go through any shit no more. You just kind of want to be happy, and you just can't seem to find the way. It says, so you have, how many daughters do you have?
I have 3 and 1 son.
Here's the 3 of them. Let's see what this says. So you're okay with one of them, obviously.
The little one.
Okay. But the other 2, you're bumping heads.
Yeah.
And it says, and there's no, so are you talking to them? Because it's showing no reconciliation or no seeing eye to eye on something.
Yeah, talking to them. One of them just went back because she went to go live with her dad.
Uh-huh.
She's back down, and, the other one lives with her grandma, the older one.
Okay. And that one, which one's the one that did the reading with me, right?
Yes.
So she's a 3, so she's what, 18, 19?
She's 18, yeah. She lives with her grandma.
Okay.
We got in an argument, she left, and so we kind of bumped heads a lot.
Yeah. I think we need to take some of the burden off you. It says, don't be a fool. So you want to offer love back. You want everything to be okay with you guys. You don't want to bump heads with them, but you just don't always agree with the shit that they do you?
Right.
And because you put in your 2 cents, it creates the fight. And so here we are, and everything that seems to be the obstacle with your girls.
Yeah.
And I get it. But the older one, she's going to make mistakes, and you kind of got to let her make a couple of them, even though you might not be what you want. But we're never going to get what we want from our kids. I want my son to be a pro baseball player. And I know that he may never even play. But it's what I want, and it's still not. I got to let him do whatever if he's going to be a painter, whatever he wants to be. And if he wants to fall 20 times and I got to be there to pick him up, I'm just going to be there to pick him up. So, I get it. I say stuff to my daughter too, and I get pissed off at her. And my daughter's, married, but she sort of stupid shit. And then we'll argue a little bit about it, but then I just stay quiet. I don't say anything else anymore. I give my 2 cents, I stay quiet, and they always come back. I'm sure that you just need to be a little more patient with them. But I think because you need them as much as they need you, it's hard for you to stay away from it all. You kind of want to resolve it, right?
Yeah.
Right away, you want to resolve it.
Yes.
You're definitely an Aquarius, like me. And then it says, now my muerto's talking. So now my muerto's my what I call my spirit guide, my dead person. And he's saying there's going to be opportunities that are going to come here. It says the death. So it's talking about a death, but let's see where it goes. It says a death of what's going to become clear. So in other words, the end of what's once was and the beginning of who you're going to become. So I strongly suggest that you decide to either get help with someone as far as some counseling with some things to let go of some of the past to resolve some of these issues, and find someone who does your cleaning, or you end up doing it with me. And I'm the 99-cent brujo, so you don't have to worry about like going in debt or anything, because it's just that's not why I'm doing this. It's just not. So at the end of the day, it's just you needed to work through some things, and I don't think you've cared enough about yourself to find out what's going to make you happy, and I think that's what we need to find out. And I think it's going to increase the relationship with your husband and also with your girls, as you get a better understanding of things. Because you know what? As we get older, we get really stuck in our ways. I know I did, but I'm learning.
Yes.
But I'm still learning every day. And so as long as I'm still learning every day, I know I can make changes. And with my kids, the same thing. Man, I have the two girls are like, they run me around. I'm their little bitch. But and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. They'll still come back to me for advice, and I still know they're going to make their decisions. So, but they've some have made good ones, some have made bad. But at the end of the day, that's the kind of stuff we need to get you to kind of take a back seat to some of it, and just I'll put my 2 cents and I walk away, and then they'll be like, and most of the time my daughter will be like, well, I didn't do it today because I heard you, and because you didn't fight with me about it, I didn't have anything to prove to you. And I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, yeah, sometimes I just do shit to prove to you that I can do it. Pissed me off. It just pissed me off. But do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the old saying, like, she has a boyfriend and you don't like the guy, and so she's gonna keep seeing him. But the moment you like him, valió madre, she's done with him. Right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. It does talk about a relationship from the past. So relationships from the past. So something to defend. So do you have an old friend that you haven't talked to, or someone that you're not friends with anymore?
Yeah. Her name.
She was your best friend?
Yeah.
And what happened there? Blocked. You guys aren't talking now, are you?
No, not really.
Yeah.
It's just. Like, I didn't like what she was. I guess the story is that she cheated on her husband, and I didn't like it, and I told him. So she looked at me as
a traitor.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have been fucking around.
I know.
What's hard is when they put you in that position in the middle, and that the husband and her, and how do you just turn a blind eye to it when it's fucking wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, tough for that shit just blows my mind. But anyways, okay. It does say block, so it says defensive, like in other words, real careful there. It says blocked, and then it says, and also complete. It says, but there's fortune there. So in other words, there might be a learning experience that comes out of this here. I don't know if you want to pursue that, but I think she's going to come back to you here with time when she realizes that she fucked up. But for right now, she just doesn't see that working out. So, but I think she is going to realize her down the road. You probably won't want her as a friend anymore. But if you miss her, and probably you probably need that outlet. I mean, we all need somebody. I have my brother-in-law, he drives me crazy. But anyways, but yeah, she is going to come back at some point, and she's going to tell you. And I see this in like, wow, that's a ways away. Man, she's really pissed. So we're talking, it would be anywhere from 3 months to 3 years in between that time.
Well.
Yeah, that's what I said. I go, holy shit. Like, sometimes it's really quick, but this isn't close. So she's really upset. But she's got to fall a couple times. A couple things she's going to realize, and that's what's going to change her. So, and then she'll come back and apologize to you. At that time, you can make that decision. And then it says, which road will you go down? So I have a feeling this is going to be about your back, but we'll see. It says, not broken. It says, and triumph. So this surgery is actually going to do you well. It's going to get you going again. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to move around and do stuff and not hurt and feel pain. So this is not a bad idea. There's nothing bad that can happen here. There's no broken heart. It says no temptations. There's nothing bad that's evil going to happen. It says nothing but triumph here, where you return to becoming. That shows the horse and the knight. So it's showing me that you're more mobile, being able to move around, being able to do things, and not feeling pain. This may be the ticket for you to feel a lot better for a while.
Oh, good.
So you're what? You're 30. You're 37.
Huh?
You're 37.
Yes.
30. Okay, yeah. Because my wife is 36. So, yeah, and she has the same kind of back problem too. And now we're trying to figure out what to do for her. So this looks like it's a good idea. So I would go for it. It's going to help you. You're scared, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Guys, have I been wrong with any kind of shit like this?
Nope.
So I did. When my father had prostate cancer, I offered up my life to God for him, and then he had to go do surgery, and they were telling him he's probably not going to make it. And so my father-in-law was all scared. When he came out of it, he came out 100% clean. No more cancer. Now I have this. My mother-in-law's got it now. She has cancer. So I just did the same thing for her, and I got money that once they remove her uterus, she's 100% clean. I'll put my life on it. So, and right now we're recording all the little sessions I have with my mother-in-law, and we're kind of watching it so people can see the story, how it goes, because, she's got uterine cancer.
Yeah.
So, and it's a tough thing. So I'm saying, this is, I'm being straight up with you. This is going to benefit you. If it was something that I'd say, no, you shouldn't do it, you're going to end up fucked up for the rest, I would tell you, like, no, don't do it. But this is saying, this is going to work out for you. Okay?
Yeah.
And then it says, and I know you're scared, but you'll be okay. Everything will be fine. It says, be careful with money. It says, but you won't be discontent to have more of it. So, do you work?
Yes.
And your husband works?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys have a dual income. So you guys are okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But, of course, you could always use more money. So, what is it you do?
I work at a grocery store here.
Okay. And manager or anything like that?
No.
And he wants to be the manager?
I do. I don't think I would want the responsibility right now.
With everything you got going on?
Yeah.
So let's just say that I were to ask you if I could give you anything in this world, what would it be?
That's a tough one.
And we're not talking about money, because
Yeah.
but we're talking about anything else. Someday someone's going to ask me for a car watch. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Someday someone's going to say, I want a car. I'm like, fuck.
No, I truly just want to be happy. I mean, I know I'm not, and I know I portray myself that I am, but
Oh, and you're good at it too. You're really good at it. That's what scares me. Because you're good at showing people that you're okay and you're fine, but you're not. And honestly, like you need to deal with this, because it's not going to be healthy for you down the road. So, if that's what you would want, what if I told you I could give you that? With everything around you. And you could talk to my clients. I have some in San Diego and Italy and all over the place. And I've had people's whole lives 360. So I just want you to think about that, okay? It says a woman who's upside down. It says, but in the right place at the right time. It says to bring back family. And then it also says, and something with work. So that's why I'm saying you may not be ready now for maybe to move into management, but you're going to be if you can get through these things that you're dealing with. And we're talking about the whole kit and caboodle, the whole marriage becoming a little bit stronger and a little bit more understanding and compassionate and a little more passionate and all the kind of good things that everybody needs. I'm 51. I'll be 51 next month. I can't believe I admitted that. And my wife is 36. So I got to keep up. And you know what's funny? She can't keep up with me. So, I mean, there's no way that it's all dead yet in that relationship, and with everything else as well. Their daughters, there's tons of different things that just need a little bit fine tuning. It may sound like, oh my God, on all, really and truly, you're on the right track. You just need a little fine tuning, and I guarantee you, everything will fall into place. Everything. It says, even with work, so you'll be moving to manage, you'll make more money. And then it says, and you will never feel alone again. Because you feel alone sometimes, don't you?
Yeah.
And you're never going to feel like that again, it's saying. So the cards really took a jump onto you, to what's really going on inside of you. And they usually do that, unfortunately, even when people try to hide shit from me. It's just, they're going to read you. It says, rest assured of one thing. It says, there's no justice with you always being tied up to yourself. So in other words, it's saying there's no justice with you hiding everything, bottling it up, stuffing it down, pretending like it doesn't exist. Till when? You can't even answer me that.
No.
It's time. You're still. I look at my wife. She's the baby. You're still a baby. I mean, I'm way older than you guys, but at the same time, you guys don't want to spend the rest of your life miserable. You just don't.
No.
And my wife was like that too. She was tan aferrada. It drove me crazy. And now I see a different woman. And I'm glad. And I think you need to feel that way as well. Definitely. It says, oof, you're going to turn me upside down though. So what that means is that when I work with people, I'm very strict with things I ask you to do. And it's nothing, I never ask you to do anything bad. Never. Everything's for your benefit. But I might say, you know what, try not to do this. And you'll be like, well, yeah, but that's how I am. Yeah, I know, but nobody's really how they are. It's what we adapted to become. It's what the environment we were brought up in, and that's how we kind of became who we are. So we can always change. It is hard, but I mean, it's but you can do it. It says there's a new beginning that's waiting for you. Wow, this is crazy. It says, but you always delay everything for you. So everything that has to do with you, right?
Yeah. I always put myself on the back burner.
Yeah, but no, bro. No mas. And you know what's funny is when you stop putting yourself on the back burner, you know who's going to look for you like crazy?
Everyone.
Every fucking buddy. You know why? Because you're there for and I'm right. You know I'm right.
Yeah.
And you gotta be the answer and the solution for everybody. But what about you, bro? It's time. Like, seriously, this is not cool. I mean, I'm just letting you know. I know you probably feel like te estoy gritando and I'm reprimanding you, but I don't want to see you fall down the road. I was there. I tried to take my life at, how was I, 34? At 34? 36? 37. At 37, I cut my wrist both ways. And the only thing that saved me was me praying to God, begging him that I do whatever he wanted to. I'd help people. I do whatever he wanted. Here I am. But you don't want to get to a point where everything is so overwhelming on you that you just can't breathe anymore. So, no more delaying shit. No more putting you off anymore. It's time you start. Trust me. You want your relationship to get better with your girls? Start doing stuff for you. And they're going to be, Mom, I've been trying to get a hold of you. And before you know it, you'll be everything to them. Because you're not so worried about being so metida on their shit.
Yeah.
And I know that's hard to do. I know it's hard to let go, but damn, we got to do something for you so that you can hold on. Okay?
Yes.
All right. It says, there's no decision to be made here. There's some karma that also needs to be paid for something that was done a long time ago. So it's talking about it's good and bad. So I don't know what that was, but there's some karma that needs to be paid. Let's see by who. It says that might have brought hardship as well. It says, yeah, you need a baño. So did you do something in the past that you regret, that you have karma for? Let me put it this way. Have you always been faithful?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but my feelings are always right on. So we need to wipe that away. We don't have to say anything. I don't know if he knows or he doesn't know, or I don't know. But I don't want to get into that. But we need to wipe it away because there's a psalm that you can do that we can give to you that you ask God for forgiveness, and it's for 9 days. And you do that and God will forgive that sin because that's pretty harsh karma. And And that takes a burden off you, trust me. So there's lots of different things you can do. Those things don't cost money. Those things we just send to you. I give to you because I don't want you to be fucked up like that. But you do need a limpia to get everything else off of you as well. It says, in this world, it says, so right now, so you're not doing anything right now, right? Because it says no lovers right now.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No.
Good. It says no lovers, and then it says, and so are you able to save your money, or are your money kind of running through your hands?
Yeah, kind of running through my hands at the moment.
Yeah, that's what it shows. And then it says, don't let that be something that brings you down to your knees. So try to jump on that. What you can do for that is you buy 3 coconuts.
Okay.
And they have 3 little hoyitos on them, the little holes on top.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is going to be kind of weak. And so you put a screwdriver through there and make the hole bigger. And then when you go take a shower, you take that cocoa with you in the shower, and you're just going to pour it over your head for three days straight. And that'll start moving your money forward, and you'll start realizing where your money's going and what's happening. You'll start getting back on track with that.
Okay.
Okay? And then, let's see, you got your last 2 cards. Let's see where it goes. It says, the sun doesn't shine until you leave the past behind. Isn't that some shit? So basically it's saying, until you can let go of the past, this cloud's going to follow you. But we can make this whole thing go away really quickly, very fastly. I'm telling you. So here's what I'm going to do. If you want to work with me, and we can do a bunch of different things, it doesn't matter. You can send us an email, and then the girls will let you know what you need to do. You got to do a baño, all that kind of stuff. Unless she doesn't need the candles. I don't think she needs the candles. There's no brujeria. She doesn't have brujeria. This is just, she needs to do a baño, get clean, and move forward. But they'll send you that, and then after that, you get my direct number. So my cell number. Now, I don't want your husband to ever think there's anything going on between you and I, because, you know what I mean? No, I want to be respectful, because, I know what it is. So, I would expect you would tell him, hey, I'm working with a counselor. I'm really also a life coach. So I have my bachelor's in psych. So, but at the same time, I'm just saying, these are things that you need to think about. So if you send me an email within 24 hours and you want to work with me, you'll get my number. They'll send you the thing. And then after that, you get access to me. You can text me during the day, at night. If I can get to you, if I'm work, I'll get back to you as quick as I can. I usually do. But I'm always there when things pop up. And one of the things I think happens to a lot of people is that we get into situations where we know we're going to make a mistake and we go for it anyways, even when it has to do with our kids, even though we know it's going to start shit, but we just don't let things kind of come to us. And so, you'll be able to text me and say, hey, I don't know what to do. This is pissing me off. I want to say this. And I'll tell you what to say and how to see it. And you'll say it and you'll realize you get exactly what you wanted with no fight, with no nothing. And they're going to do what you want anyways, because they're going to feel bad instead of them feeling angry with you for fighting with them. And you're going to be like, holy shit, where's this guy been my whole life? Like, seriously. Right, guys? I do that shit all the time with everyone. So that's why I'm saying you just have to, the way you approach things is what changes everything. So anyways, but yeah, think about that. That was your reading. So, when it talks about your daughters, there's some things that needs to change. A lot of people think I'm going to tell them like things are just going to get better. How are they going to get better if you don't know what needs to change on both sides? And I guarantee you, if we lead by example with you, your daughters are going to change with you. They're going to love you. I put moms and daughters back together. It's crazy. Where they never could talk to each other about shit. There's one sitting behind me. So, and where they, and now suddenly they tell each other everything. And it's like, they would be mad. The moms would be mad because I had this relationship with their daughters. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? I even have their location. I know where they're going because I know if they're out and something happens, I can go get them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all these things, they're going to want to give you all of it. We just have to change your approach. And it might be a little weird at first, but I honestly think that you're going to trip out. Your whole life changes real quick. So think about it. Let me know. If not, then I wish you the best. But whatever you do, I would go get a limpia. I know they have brujos there. And make sure that it has pirul. And then I would also, maybe start talking to someone. A little bit of counseling to help let go of some of the things and see how you can change things, even in your home, your relationship, stuff like that. And believe me, it's not as hard as it looks. You can have it all and be completely happy. And I think you're just that close that God wants to help you at this point. So, okay?
Okay.
All right. And so, is there any other questions? You're good?
You wanted to my loan goes for her back?
No, they already told me on her back. Her back, it says for her to do it. Yeah. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, we'll talk to you hopefully soon. If not, I wish you the best. And hopefully, I answered your questions for you.